welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Pokemon Barrel Edition Green Variant. I'm Agoro.
And I'm already incredibly disappointed in you.
And when last we left off, we were heading towards our next city.
So the fun fact is that rubies, emeralds, and sapphires are all technically rubies, which are a type of, the gemstone beryl. Cue my displeasure in this man.
It's hard to do without being, kicked back.
Is it even possible to do without being kicked back?
Yeah. Might have to do it up a row, but yeah. See?
Cool. I'd never done it that way. I've always just waited until I got the goggles.
I always do it that way.
Cheater. Oh yeah, Burn, Sleep, Bubble Man, The Slab, and Better Norman.
I hate the check tag button.
Yeah, why is it at the top?
Because stonks.
I mean, I guess fair enough. Wait a minute. Can you go back into the check tag for that?
Yes, it was all of them.
Are you kidding me?
I mean, it's the most basic berry. It's literally basic bitch berry.
Yeah, but still. That surprises me for some reason. Now, here's a question. Are we going to use the HP up that we have?
Yes, but I'm going to wait until we 100% have a definitive full team. Because we're still in the air about so many Pokemon, even whether or not Harveyfist is going to get to stay, since we want a Swablu. So I'm going to wait until we are 100% finalized and nothing else is going to pop up.
I was thinking the Booble Mines. But we should definitely save it for a Dragon type. They're hard to take out anyway. Make them even harder.
Okay, I think that is everyone as healed up as I can get them.
Without going to a new town or returning to a town.
So, let's face off against Mr. White Pants.
Dusky. I swear I've seen that name somewhere recently. But I don't know where.
Who knows?
Bye, my job.
I forgot Harveyface had evolved, honestly.
Yeah, I did too. Not upset by it. In fact, I love it.
It's the one downside of doing this on the weekends is that a lot of time goes by between recordings.
Yeah. We don't exactly get many opportunities to do stuff in other times, though.
Wasted so many items because I forgot about this place.
Oh, yeah. I did too.
Oh well, it's fine. Yeah, this old woman wants you to sleep in her house permanently.
Forever. She doesn't even have a dark breath. The slab. Cut the tree.
Now let's go back and get the important thing.
Yes. Yes. You know something I miss about some games that I don't remember which all games it's in?
What?
Using headbutt on trees.
I think it was definitely in Gen 2 / the remakes.
I know it was in the remakes of 2. I don't know the regular Gen 2, but it was definitely in the remakes.
I think it was in regular Gen 2. I've been wrong before, though.
That was a fun thing to do. Sure beat the hell out of using honey in Gen 4. Which is one of the few things I didn't like about Gen 4, is that some Pokemon could only be gotten with honey.
Specifically, the way to go about getting a Munchlax was annoying. But this was the era when they, 3 and 4, when they liked making certain Pokemon that were really hard to get. And honestly, I approve of it.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's like a bad thing to do. I just really hated having to have honey to get some Pokemon. Because I always sold it because I didn't think I'd need it, and then I came around to needing to fill the decks and realized, oh, I need the honey.
I never sold it. But that's because I was always curious what would come out of the tree back before I actually knew what you could get each time.
And then there's Apom. Apom was one that you needed to tree and honey with.
Yeah, but I think Munchlax is the rarest of the tree Pokemon.
It is.
Because it's on 1 or 2 trees in the game, but which one it is random based on your save file.
Yep.
And on top of that, it's a really low chance, I think.
Yep.
Basically, it's like Feebas was in this generation.
The difference is there was another way to get Munchlax as well, and that was by breeding one, but you had to be really lucky then anyway.
Even then, to breed one, you would have to have transferred to Snorlax up, because it wasn't available in that generation without evolution. Harvey Face, paralyzed but tearing on through. It behooves. And just like that, he lost his title as Cool Trainer.
Alright, well, time to go heal again.
Yeah, I'm gonna do terrible in that Rayquaza Tower. I expect.
It's okay. I've always done terrible in the Rayquaza Tower.
I used to be able to literally do it with my eyes closed. First time I pulled it off, I got pissed, and I closed my eyes and did it and got through, and that became a habit.
I want to see you try it now.
Maybe I will. Maybe it would help. I think my problem is I keep expecting there to be delay whenever I hit the button on the bike, and there's no delay.
Yeah. Oh look, the most useless of berries.
Well, in this game.
Yeah, at this point in the existence of Pokemon, it did literally nothing. It was for making treats for your Pokemon. That's it.
Go, Harvey Face! Use your wings on the goal! I should probably switch to someone else. Harvey Face is now level 24. Bubble Man is tied for our lowest level team member right now.
Which is fine. He'll also be used the longest, probably.
Facing a Numel right now with Bubble Man. While we're heading to a fire gym.
Yeah.
Do you know who is tied with him for lowest level team member?
Better Norman?
The fun guy. Better Norman isn't a team member. If Better Norman was a team member, he'd be the lowest. He's 6. He's this many.
Never do that again.
I mean, he's still better than Norman.
Well, yeah. So normally I'd be paying a lot more attention while we're doing these videos, but I keep finding hilarious stuff in my newsfeed on my phone.
I just imagine a bunch of kids. I'm this many, one holds up 10 fingers. I'm this many, one holds up 6 fingers. Then Norman, I'm this many, holds up tax papers.
But yeah, one of the great things that my newsfeed is telling me today is that Resident Evil Village mods are already completely out of hand. And looking at the photo here, I'm inclined to agree. The photo, by the way, is of someone having replaced the monsters throughout Lady Dimitrescu's castle with Barney the dinosaur and friends. So I'd call that relatively out of hand, yeah.
Well, it broke out, and I don't want to take the effort, but I gave it one ball's worth of a chance.
Listen, Jeremy loves it for some reason. We just don't want to know why.
I was going to do my usual and name it Scarlin if I caught it, and, mention that I'm naming it after someone who probably won't wind up watching this.
Fair.
Trapinch. Go. I still haven't switched Harvey Face off the lead.
You should do that.
Yeah, I really should. Because now the fun guy gets to start one sand attack down and taking out this Trapinch. Okay, the fun guy didn't take down the Trapinch. I figured it would one-shot it.
We need a Trapinch. We just can't get to it yet.
Yet.
And now we get to something that is going to be pissing me off all day, I guarantee. I told you about what they did with Zack Snyder's Justice League and Green Lantern, right?
Sure, I think he did, but I don't remember.
Warner Bros. Basically told Zack Snyder that they couldn't do, that he couldn't put a Green Lantern in his Justice League movie because of how poorly Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern did. But that was after he had already put it in the movie and done all this preparation, set up a storyline and everything, and then they told him that he couldn't. So, instead of putting in one of the founding members of the Justice League, he was forced to change it to a different founding member of the Justice League, the Martian Manhunter. Which is why the Martian Manhunter is even in the Snyder Cut. It's because he couldn't do a Green Lantern because Warner Bros. Said no. And then, regardless, they don't want to do his version of it anyway. Even though his version is the better version, I'll go ahead and say it. From a cinematic standpoint, it is better. From a story standpoint, it is better. A lot of people are complaining because it's darker and edgier. It's DC. It's supposed to be dark, edgy, and realistic.
Minus the aliens and superpowers.
Yeah.
And alien superpowers.
But that's compared to, radiation that is enough to kill 20 men not killing you, and a guy making a super advanced suit, and, the literal god of thunder.
Oh no, some versions of Batman's suit are pretty advanced too.
Yeah. And you're still not dealing with the literal god of thunder.
No, but you're dealing with the literal king of Atlantis, though.
Yeah, and it's not Poseidon.
And
point is, it's not supposed to be like the jokey, sunshiny crap that Marvel gets to do because it's DC. That's their entire thing, is that they're darker. And yet people don't like the fact that they're darker in the movies, but that's exactly what they're supposed to be. Like, one of the greatest selling Batman series of all time is the Dark Knight series.
Well, two of them.
Two of them. We saw all the kind of shit that went down in those. Joker blew up a damn hospital while he was walking out of it.
He almost didn't.
He almost didn't. But he almost didn't because the mechanism almost didn't work.
Mm-hmm. One of the single greatest scenes in a movie.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Major rest in peace. But yeah, DC is supposed to be darker. It's not supposed to be comedic. And yet you get all of the frickin' bullcrap that happened with the officially released Warner Brothers version of Justice League. The writer for Cyborg's stories, like the actual writer of the Cyborg comics,
mm-hmm.
and the person behind all of his stuff in all the Justice League comics, agreed that they should not have had Cyborg say "booyah" in the movie. and yet it was put in there just because. Even though everyone didn't want it to be in there except the director.
I still haven't switched Harvey face.
No, you have not. Yeah, no one wanted Cyborg to say Booyah because it didn't... That's his Teen Titans version of his character. That's not what his Justice League version is supposed to be like. And I say that as a major fan of most of DC's stuff. I'm ranting about this, and I know I'm ranting about this. But they did me dirty.
Yeah.
They did me dirty.
Of course, because once you're dirty, you're suddenly darker and edgier.
Yeah, except they don't want that apparently. No one wants that apparently. Not even the people who fucking write the shit. And know that it's supposed to be that way.
I mean, to be fair, it's only been, 11 years since the early 2000s, ended. People are still reeling in pain from how dark and edgy that was.
I'm sorry, what?
Before 2010, the 2000s were a literal shit show of dark and edgy everything. People are still recovering.
I mean, yeah, but DC is supposed to be. It's like their entire thing that sets them apart. I repeat all of my arguments.
That sets them apart from what people consider to be the one other competitor.
Yeah.
I wouldn't argue that sets them apart is quite the right word there.
They have other competitors, and I'm a major fan of some of their other competitors. But still, they're not supposed to be as jokey and laughable as Marvel. That's not what their stuff is made for. Even Dwayne Johnson agrees that we should restore the Snyderverse. But yeah, for reference, for anyone who might be watching, Green Lantern's my favorite hero ever. Specifically John Stewart, the founding Green Lantern, or the Justice League founding member who was a Green Lantern, who designed the Watchtower and everything. I feel cheated. And then, his much better version of the movie, they still don't want to continue with.
I forgot to switch Harvey face again.
Switch Harvey face.
Yeah, he's 25. The rest of our team is 22, 2, and 3.
And this is Doug. That's it. This is Doug. Doug Dimmadome. Owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. That's something I wish never got cancelled. Did it get cancelled?
I don't think so. Unless it was just recently.
Well, my point is, that's something I wish new episodes still came out of, because I don't think I've seen a new episode of it in, years. And I used to watch it with Jasper and Netta, all the time.
Because I know a few years ago people were talking about how they, added in some new neighbor character.
Not Dinkelberg?
A little girl or something.
Oh. Yeah.
Who had some kind of connection to the story a lot, but I don't know much about. I barely remember much after they added Poof as a character.
Same, honestly. You know what else I miss? Danny Phantom. That was a fun show.
That's what taught me what a goth was.
It taught me a lot of stuff, actually.
It also taught me that ghosts are friends, not food.
It did not teach me that. That might be why my stomach is always upset.
I thought you were going to say always empty, but... Keep trying to eat ghosts and calling that your meal. And then you're just bye. Imagine having a haunted stomach.
I don't have to imagine it. Give me 20 minutes and it'll rumble like it is.
Actually, now that I think about it, that was like very similar to a plot in an episode of Supernatural. Because in Supernatural, things people are attached to become haunted when they die. Like individual things. And one person had like a liver transplant from like their sister or something when she died.
Oh.
I don't remember the details well, it's been years since I watched the episode, but something vaguely along those lines. And like the haunted thing is her organ. I don't think she survives the episode.
It doesn't sound like it. Maybe. Ah, yes. The Pokemon that probably took the most coding out of everything in this entire game.
Let's run from it.
Yep. Unless we can find a shiny one.
Literally what I was thinking. Because I've got one in Go. It was literally the first research I did after they announced Shiny Sminda. I got the shiny.
That felt good. That didn't pop as well. Ah, Slipman!
Basically, as long as we have this item with us, when we walk through the soot-covered grass out there, we collect it and then we can bring it here to get stuff.
Flutes. I don't remember what all the flutes do, but I'm pretty sure one of them, like, decreases Pokemon spawn rate, one of them increases, and stuff like that.
Honestly, I've never really particularly cared.
I mean, I feel like we should show them off. Just, get one of each of them at some point, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. Which, another fun thing about it, it fills up by 1 for each piece of grass you go through, but I'm pretty sure if you go through the piles like that girl was standing in, or this ninja person, boy or girl, I don't care. I'm pretty sure that does like 2 or 3. Yeah, it does more.
Anyhow, after this battle, we're probably going to call it for this episode. Hopefully,
Ninja boy lad.
Hopefully next episode, though, we'll finally be able to make it to the next town, Fall Arbor Town. But, that remains to be seen. Step 1 is try to beat these coughing. And by that, I mean, step 1 is let someone else try to beat these coughing.
Yeah.
Also, I probably should have switched to the slab.
Return the slab.
I'm not teaching him return.
Return to sender. That's mirror move.
Bubbleman made short work of the coughing. So, having said that, I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, feel free to hit that subscribe button to follow us for more content. I hope you stay safe and have a wonderful night.
Wonderful.